This is the Law Factor Live only on DBS, of course. We're talking about health and wellness. We've been talking about nutrition and also the emotions that are tied into nutrition and stress and so on and so forth. We have just a few minutes left, so if you would like to give us a call with any question that you may have, if you want to share some of your experiences with us, if you want to ask some questions about the health and wellness retreat, please do so. And I've got a couple of questions here that we've got in. There's some people think that because they don't feel stressed, that they aren't experiencing some level of stress. Stress leads to strokes, high blood pressure, etc. These are my thoughts. People should not ignore their bodies. Sometimes we need rest and we keep going and going.
That is so true. And as we talked a little off air, really understanding yourself and how many hours of sleep you need or when you need to rest. And so, as I said, we have to listen to our bodies. We have to know if we feel a pain in our back, if we feel our shoulders starting to get tight, if we feel a pain in our neck. These are signs that our bodies are telling us that we are stressed. And so if we incorporate things into our life, such as that meditation or that quiet time, those walks along the beach. In St. Lucia, you have beautiful land to walk on the earth. Many times just take off your shoes and actually let your feet touch the grass is a way for you to recenter yourself, rebalance yourself, and to let that energy, let that extra stress out of your body.
I'd like to attempt to list some of the symptoms of stress.
Okay.
Because sometimes people don't understand or they don't realize that they are experiencing stress. Now, you named a few. Marie, is there anything that you could add to that?
Definitely, lots of things I could add to that for stress. Sometimes people don't know they're stressed out when there's a sign that other people are telling you you're stressed out, number one.
Yes.
And slamming doors, driving too fast, picking up the phone, screaming at your kids, screaming at your spouse. There's lots of things that take on stress. But having too much on your schedule and trying to fit it all in. But you fit it all in and you don't realize it's stressful fitting it all in. And then obviously things like starting to fall asleep when you should be awake. Your body's saying slow down a little bit. You get thirsty, you get hungry, and you get tired, but you override it.
Yeah, the rolling of the eyes.
Yes.
That happens. Sometimes you start trembling. You get agitated quickly. Again, the one word, the no. You want to say no, but you can't say no. Or sometimes as well, when you have to do something or go somewhere and you don't really want to go and you start stressing out, that kind of feeling.
One of the really good ones is that when you start to bump into things or forget things.
Forget where you forget things.
You forget things, not big things like where your child is or, you know, where your car is. Or but, you know, sometimes you forget things.
And especially, you know, really important things, and you put them in special places that you know you're not going to forget. And then it's like, oh gosh, I don't remember where that place was.
In your handbag, for sure. You forget things.
But being unfocused, being unable to concentrate, being unable to think clearly, and not able to remember things that normally are a part of your everyday
feeling tired all the time.
I'm getting really, really worried because I don't think I know one person that can't say they haven't experienced many of those things at one time. It's not just one, many of those things. So what can we do? Okay, you're saying, you know, private space, doing things that relax us and so on, but how do we tell ourselves we have to stop? Why is it that our health has to be affected first before we actually try to do something about it?
You know, one of the things that Marie said is often having those people who are closest to you kind of mirror to you and let you know when you're off. So that's what some of my family and friends do when they say, okay, Kat, you've been going long enough, you need to rest, shut it down. And so I have to take off. I have to sit down, be quiet for a while. So you need those people closest to you to know when you are out of balance.
Oh, there's one thing that we left out in the list, and that's just crying. Sometimes you just feel lost and you just start crying, or something that wouldn't normally faze you. All of a sudden, it just seems too much.
The weight of the world.
You start to feel really tired. You feel tired, and you start to feel despondent, and nothing really appeals to you.
And also sometimes talking and even writing helps, right?
Talking, writing, singing, laughing is so important. You know, watch a comedy, talk to somebody who's funny. Many times, you know, as you're talking about, people won't say no. they'll go and pick up a phone and they're looking at that person's name on the phone call and they're feeling drained before they even answer the phone. You need to be able to push that away, because if you're already feeling imbalanced or if you're already feeling stressed, you don't want to add more weight to that.
And also sometimes, and this is for people who are in bad relationships, you're home and that person just drives into the thing and you hear the car driving and you automatically have a headache.
Yes.
This person is stressing you out.
Yes.
That's one of the things I was going to say, that one of the things that people should really take a look at is getting more love in their life. And that's hard, because sometimes you don't know you're missing love.
Yes.
You're not missing caring. You might be a caregiver, but you may not be getting back. And not because you can't get back, is maybe you're not accepting. You're not open to receive love and kindness. And you have to be open to receive it, and you have to give it. And you have to share. And those things can heal people really well. And I think a lot of us don't want to know about that. They want to hear about that, because that's sometimes part of the bigger problem.
That is a problem, but I think as well people are afraid to love.
Yes.
They're
Because
just
they're afraid to get hurt.
Yes, of getting hurt.
And if we look at that, you know, we're looking at relationships. We look at relationship with self. We have to have a healthy relationship with self first and love ourselves. And that means doing things that we enjoy, making sure we rest, making sure we're eating properly, making sure we're exercising, those things which keep us healthy. So as you said, sickness and disease doesn't have to come in. If we have a love of self, we can start to make sure that these are incorporated in ourselves first. And then once we're filled, like a gas tank, once we're filled, then we can go out and we can offer these things to
And you
other
missed
people.
one thing,
Go
important
ahead.
thing out. They should read your book.
Yes,
Yes.
they should. And they should do it.
Yeah,
And
they should do it. Yeah,
Take
because
the
I
time out to
remember
do it.
I read a book by Ian Van Sant, Living Through the Meantime,
Yeah.
and it was the workbook.
Right, yeah.
It took me
Yes.
2 years to go through that.
Yes.
Because the simple questions that she asked me, I could not answer them.
That's
That was
the
a
same
long
thing I'm
time.
saying to you,
know,
is that the
simple
peop-
questions like, what makes you happy?
What I'm saying
Right.
to you is that this is where people have to begin and ask the really tough questions. Who am I? What do I want?
And
you
answer 'em.
can't go, and answer. You can't go forward with anything until you do that.
That's right.
Now, Marie, I have to ask you really quickly. Tell us a little about the, the retreat. Give us some more information and what your hopes.
Okay. Well, my hopes is that a lot of people will show up and come to the retreat, and I think they will. There've been lots of buzz about it. People just have to find their way to get there. They want to go, but they have to find out what's in it for them. What is it that's going to touch them? What should they go to? They just have to pick one thing that they would go to on a day that would change their life that day or for the
They need
years
to
to
be
come.
open and receptive
They have
to
to be
that.
open to something that might be scary to them. It might be scary to them. It might be meditation. It might be Tai Chi. It might be me saying, stop dieting and start looking deeper inside yourself. It might be just going to see how beautiful St. Lucia is. It's in Pigeon Island, But I want people to start somewhere. Take one step, go for 1 minute, go for 10 minutes, go for 1 hour. Just go and take some people with you.
Well, Marie, thank you so much for
You're
being with us
welcome.
tonight. And people, you've heard everything that Marie has to say. She's a great motivator. Make sure that you attend some of the seminars that she's doing there, and also after the retreat.
Yes, I will definitely be carrying on after the retreat.
Good. Dr. Walls,
Yes.
your visitor to our island, I know that you're loving it.
I am, thank you.
Anything that you can tell our viewers, please?
I would say take time out for yourself and get to know yourself. Love yourself, be true to yourself, and honor yourself. We have inner urgings that are guiding us all the time. We have to learn to listen to that and be obedient to that. That's us calling on us. And so just love yourself.
Okay, well, thank you both so much, ladies. Now, I just want to remind you of our giveaways tonight, and then I'm going to just pull one name out of the bag. Okay. Remember, what year did the Health and Wellness Retreat start in St. Lucia? We didn't give the answer away for that, but think carefully. It's quite easy. Number 2. Name 3 experts participating in this year's Health and Wellness Retreat. What are the dates for the 2013 St. Lucia Health and Wellness Retreat? And name one of the event sponsors. All right? Don't forget, you can celebrate Jeanette Creole with Farron's, where you can win a 3-liter tub of ice cream of your choice by creating a dessert that uses any flavor of Farron's ice cream and 2 local fruits of your choice, and then name it. Send your recipe to giveaways@delawfactorlive.com. The winner will also be filmed with Charthouse Restaurant's chef Lance Mathran creating the dessert, and the deadline for submissions is midday the 25th of October. That's actually tomorrow. So create your recipe using Farron's ice cream and up to 2 local fruits. The deadline is tomorrow. A reminder, Ladera's last Sunday for celebrating Jeune Creole brunch from 12 to 3 is this Sunday. And on Saturday, November the 9th, the Viewfort Children's Society invites you to their fundraising anniversary dinner at the National Skills Development Centre, St Jude's, Viewfort. And unfortunately, I can't be there because I'll be in Marrakesh, but our sponsor, Ladera Resort, have offered that I will host a special private 5-course dinner prepared by executive chef Nigel Mitchell for 4 persons at Dasheen Restaurants. Please buy tickets and support St Lucia's children. And don't forget, tomorrow the Rainforest of Reading Festival takes place at the VG Sports Field at 9 in the morning. So make sure that you turn up there at some point, anytime, to support our children. I've said goodnight to my guests, and shortly I'm going to be saying goodnight to you, but I know that you're waiting to find out who's going to win this. And remember the question I asked, and I've been sitting here with these wonderful cups, and we're going to get you some of these cups. I asked you which village did my father's side of the family was, where they came from, and of course the village is Denry. Okay, and the winner is Lancia. So Lancia, we will be contacting you to make sure you get some of those cups. Thank you so much. Now, if you'd like to watch this program again and all of DBS's live shows, please visit dbstvstlucia.com. Now, in preparation for next week's show and reflecting on tonight's conversations, there are 2 things I want to say to you. First of all, next week's show, we are actually going to have 2 counselors on set, a male and a female counselor. If you have any question at all that you want to ask, which is relationship based, anything that is worrying you, this is the point to do it. You can email us beforehand so we can at least let them know these are the things that you want. People constantly think that I am some marriage guidance counselor and they keep asking me all kinds of things, what they should do. I cannot give you that information. Let us get the counselors in. All right, you have very personal and private things you want to ask, send us an email. All right, now please reflect on our conversations tonight. No matter how good or bad you think life is, wake up each day and be thankful for life. Someone somewhere else is fighting to survive. Appreciate a healthy lifestyle. Why? Because DFL asks you to. On behalf of my guests, Marie Piazza, Ian Herman, Dr. Walls, and the DFL team, I'm Dee Lidulor. Enjoy Jeune Creole. Good night and God bless.